Happy Frigg's Day. If you follow my channel, if you follow me on my Runic Journey, you'll know that on Friday is the day that I look up, read up the rune that I have drawn on Wednesday to see what its actual meaning is after spending a day or 2 days not knowing what it is, to sort of see what sort of vibe I get from it. It's just that sort of going in blind truth before sort of looking up the information and having that sort of influence what I'm thinking and feeling. On Wednesday, on Odin's Day, I drew Raidho. The books have slightly different variations on the pronunciation for it. I guess I kind of like the raid. Raidho! Which of course is not what it means. But you can at least have a little bit of fun, right? Right? That's not to disrespect it. It's got some very interesting meanings. It's about the journey you're on, which I suppose is one of those things I've been thinking about as I've got like 4 runes left to draw, and I can confidently name some of them, partially because some of them I've been waiting to draw and may have expected to draw previously, but because it's all been random, you have to trust in fate that they're being drawn in the sequence they've been drawn for a reason. And as we are approaching that sort of end of this stage, it fits. It feels like it fits, and that feels good. In addition, in hindsight, let's say, and this is one of those things where you can sort of look back the last couple of days, and really the influence from reading up on the rune then sort of lets you look through its lens in some regards as to what's going on, and certainly within the Asatru community in the UK, following on from our All Thing event last weekend, there's a lot of positive energy. Things are good, and in particular, what I'm seeing, I've seen in the last couple of days, is that people are moving to form together. Discussions we had, some of us at the All Thing, are about increasing sort of the network, getting kindreds formed in what we basically have as blank areas in the UK. And this feels very much a part of the journey, Raidho, to look back through its lens, that these things are happening for a reason. Things are good, things are positive. There are challenges, without a doubt, but the journey is a journey that's moving in the right direction, and goals are insight being worked towards, and it's on us, on me, with my efforts and with friends, some just made, some I've been friends with for a little bit longer, but had a better opportunity to speak to them face to face, meaning that we're moving towards a point of better understanding, better organisation, so that we come together more often and sort of move to a purpose. I've found in the last few weeks in particular, it has felt very much like, rather than me connecting to the runes, which I have been doing, and sort of looking into the runes, it's the runes that are looking into me. And in many ways, it feels like that's encouraging me to raise my game, raise my sort of power and awareness and responsibility, my virtues, if you like. I think in many ways over the last 5 years in particular, I've felt myself trying and wanting to be a better person, and at times having to make harsh decisions, ones that a younger me wouldn't have made, for the interests of trying to please more people, or people that aren't so important, compared to the people that really matter. It's very much sort of, as a golden quote is, you can please some people some of the time, you can't please all people all of the time. And maybe there's a certain noble aspiration to try to please all people all of the time. However, with the best of intentions, you can't. Some people just can't help themselves. They're not on that path. You can say a casual, or even sort of light-hearted comment to someone, and they will grasp onto it and get offended, think that you're acting towards them in malice, and don't want to see reason. But you just using that but word again, try so hard not to use it. It's something you can't do anything about. And sometimes it's better to have your defined path, or to make your path towards where you want to be. So in many ways, now having Raidho, as I approach sort of the end of this stage of randomly drawing runes till there's none left, it gives me the opportunity to reflect on decisions made, decisions or things I'm thinking about in terms of altering or tweaking things in my life, and sort of moving towards completing this stage of my journey. I have to say, I am very happy with where I am and where my course is projecting. There's of course always going to be some baggage or doubt, but having baggage and doubt is something that you can use. It's as important as being positive. It's how you apply it or let it sort of affect you. Try to use everything to your advantage. Doubt is obvious, easily negative. If you treat it as something to sort of test your decision process, it can be a positive thing. Because it gives you a grounding. And I think in many ways that's why, to sort of try and bring it around to my runic journey, and that's why sort of I have those 2 days of not knowing explanations about a rune, because it's important to challenge what is written by people that have more vast and greater experience with the runes than I have, because it's important to challenge those writings if you feel you have to. And it's also comforting to have that hindsight moment as well, and to check yourself, as I said at the weekend, to check yourself that you're not necessarily mad. That's where doubt can be a strength. It can give you some grounding that not necessarily others will appreciate. However, if you've tested yourself with these things, once you arrive at your destination, as I move past Raidho next week, you can be confident, you can be comforted that you've used your doubts to test your theories. I suppose it all comes round to sort of a good balance has some negativity. However, it's because you're using that negativity to put yourself to a test of your own making, so that when the time comes that you speak to an audience of sorts, you can be confident and be ready to respond to what someone else might have to say. So other people will probably come at you with some dislike or hostility, not necessarily, which also, if that happens, it's can be used to turn it into a positive, because it's important to always be challenging yourself. And that's what I find with some of the people I listen to or I watch on YouTube. It's easy to sort of listen to the people that tell you the things you want to hear. There's always going to be a narrative there that is a little bit sweeter, a little bit greener. But that sort of moves you away from a centering. And it's good to have a centering. Sometimes you need sort of negative things to sort of reach across and sort of pull you back into a middle ground where you can be satisfied that your mind is open and that you are challenging general perspectives. So Raidho, yeah, it's let's see what the next few days bring me, and I'll see you in another video soon. I've rambled on long enough. If you like my content, please subscribe, hit the like button, share it with friends or enemies. I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Goodbye.